we're doing our review on Rocky 1, and we rated this movie a 5.48 out of 10. We didn't really think it lived up to its classic, not stereotype, but label, or just a really good movie.
Category, I
don't know. Yeah. We didn't think it
Status.
was that great, for a couple of reasons.
So one of the things we talked about is Rocky's character as a whole. He kind of was I think he was pretty simple, and the main thing that I associate when I think of him is just his embodiment of the Italian stallion was he would just be whenever he was talking. One thing we did that we're going to talk about at the end was kind of how he arced and changed from just being he wanted to fight but didn't really have a purpose with it. He kind of just thought it was all he could do to becoming okay with going the distance with Apollo Creed.
But we thought his character was pretty dull throughout the entirety of the movie. He was kind of flat, didn't have much personality. Although he was super Italian and he had the accent and he said the stereotypically Italian phrases, he just didn't seem to be an interesting main character. And didn't really hold my attention the whole movie. And I'd never seen Rocky before, so that was something that surprised me. I was going into it thinking, wow, he's going to be this hero, this really great guy who wins this championship. But that's not really what his character seemed like to me.
Yeah.
And he also seemed, throughout the movie, to be a very sexist character, with the scene with the girl on the street where he, tried to shape her up and tell her that she, if she kept talking like that, she was going to be a whore. Or his girlfriend, he, saved her from a life of, being an old maid and being what they called retarded. And I felt it was a lot of him just being, saving the damsel in distress and being the big hero in that sense as well, in a way that, kind of made women look bad. And I definitely didn't like that aspect of it. It may have been, just, like we said in the past, a sign of the times. Sexism was more common around that. But it just made me really uncomfortable, especially that scene where he cornered her in his apartment, telling her not to leave when she told him she was uncomfortable. Just felt sort of, kind of rapey and, just not...
Cringy.
Yeah, very cringy. I just didn't enjoy watching it.
Yeah.
So...
And, going off with, Adrian's character we've talked about with, other female characters in other movies where they, meet the guy and then all of a sudden they change. And so, her physical appearance, she kind of just looks very, not like a hermit, but she's very,
librarian-esque.
Secluded, and she kind of hides her face, and then by the end it's just meeting him saves her, and so in that way he fits the hero archetype to the damsels in distresses. But then one thing that we also talked about is we didn't really understand Paulie's role, and what he added, and I don't know, just if his conflict with Adrian was something that gave her a need to escape and be saved, or where he really came into it.
Yeah, I definitely didn't like his character. I thought, although he created conflict, I think the conflict would have been there without him, and he kind of just was this weird character throughout the movie that really had no purpose.
Yeah.
So, and one other thing that I didn't like about Rocky was the use of cultural stereotypes in creating his character. I think it kind of made a mockery of the Italian-American culture with the way he spoke and his dullness and his lack of, mental ability. It just seemed to make fun of the culture, and I didn't think that was very sophisticated throughout the movie.
Yeah. And then one thing that we both, agreed that we liked and thought, helped add, the 0.48 to the end of our reading, was, the resolution of it, how it was different from, the stereotypical hero story where they just, winning wasn't what it normally is in, sports movies where, they get, the championship or whatever, because he wanted to go the distance to, 15 rounds with Apollo, and he did. And, something that I thought was, interesting was at the end when they were all, asking him, when's the rematch, and he was just, he was fulfilled, which I think is really different than a lot of, sports movies, and even just sports in general.
Well, I expected at the end of the movie for him to be the winner. That's what we all expected. That's what, I thought his conversation with his girlfriend was about, I don't want to win, I just want to make it through. I thought that was sort of foreshadowing towards like him actually winning, like becoming more than he even wanted to. But the fact that he just went the distance and developed like passions for life in other ways outside of fighting, I thought was really great plot and character development throughout the whole movie. Like at the very beginning where he was on his date and he just told Adrian that he loved fighting and he lived for fighting. At the end, he didn't live for fighting. He didn't want a rematch. He just wanted Adrian back. So we didn't think it was the best movie, but it wasn't terrible.
Yeah.
So
It was alright.
it was alright. All right.
We can